The Bible to me is scary. I know judgment is necessary, but Old Testament it makes me wary, 'cause its weight is hard to carry. I'm in awe of the wrath of Yah, holier than thou. Amen. Why listen appall? Unclean meats defile, a separate people, they stand on trial. It is not what goes in the mouth that defiles. That is not true in all the Bible. It provokes God wrath, so come back. Because no jot and tittle lacks or has fallen away. These things Jesus did say, and now it seems contradictory. If not, then keep the Sabbath day. Every church does pray, and yet God does not show the way. So denominations, they lead astray. They do not agree, though, on bended knee, though. Different doctrines, different truths, different tendencies. It's not for the youth. Truth is truth, not opinion proofs. Religion stoops. There will be outlash from the youth. Don't make it a frenzy to find the truth. Do you get what I'm saying? Denominations, don't tell me you have full truth when you can't even agree amongst yourselves. Oh yeah, and another thing, Lucifer is only referred to at once in the Bible, and it's an analogy, rebuking the king. It's used as an analogy to rebuke the king, the morning star. It refers to the morning star. Lucifer refers to the morning star. Jesus declares himself to be the morning star in Revelation. And Peter says that the morning star is something good to have in you. And I'm not saying it's good to have Lucifer, or that Lucifer is good or anything. I'm saying that Lucifer is religious fiction. The story of Jesus's highest angel turning against him and becoming a serpent, that is religious fiction. The serpent in the Garden of Eden is discussing a serpent. Yet then again, you can say in Revelation, they say in Revelation, Satan is described as a serpent. So I understand, but most of this stuff is a lot of religious people in denominations, they have beliefs, and you don't understand. Not everyone has grounds on truth, and no jot or tittle has fallen away. So what are you doing going to church on not the Sabbath day? The Sabbath day is the seventh day, and you eat unclean meats. And that was said by Paul, oh, it's okay to eat unclean meats. Well, that's not what Yah says in Isaiah. He rebukes unclean meat eaters for eating pork. He says, get from me, I am holier than thou. That's what Yahweh says in the Bible. Yah. Amen. And so, with that said, what is up with religion? Religion is a bunch of people in congregations congregating over things and different ways of worship and not actually having a structure on truth, though they all will tell you that they have the truth, the gospel. The gospel says no jot or tittle has fallen away, and that he who keeps all the jots and tittles will be the greatest in the kingdom of heaven, and he who does not will be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. That's what Jesus said. With that said, I am coming from a Gnostic perspective, more of a Gnostic perspective, because I want to know. Oh yeah, I'll read the rest of. This is a story about David numbering the Israelites in Chronicles 21. David numbers the Israelites and 70,000 die. God moved him to do that, and I wonder why. Innocent sheep are dying, David cries. Why should they be punished when the mistake was mine? These heavenly blows, why do they seem low? Jesus' judgment shows a different road. In the gospel, he's a sower who sows. His retribution doesn't foe innocents or people who pick up sticks on Sabbath. Turn the other cheek, put it into practice. Jesus forgave adulterers, and he forgave people. He said, "Let he who is without sin cast the first stone." They say the Father and the Son are one, right? They say the Father and the Son are one, but Jesus would not have acted like, and he would have not judged so harshly, in my opinion. I think lashes. Someone picks up sticks on Saturday, give them lashes. But in the Old Testament, someone picks up sticks and they stone them. They stone them to death. That's harsh. That's brutal. So these were different times, and and the ancient, who are we to question what Yah's decisions are? I am not anyone to question. And at the same time, who are we to not use our minds to come to just conclusions or insight into the makeup of biblical texts? I got more to say. People say that the lamb sacrifice symbolizes Jesus's death in the future, but lambs were not the only animals sacrificed. Sacrificed as well as lambs were bulls, were goats, were rams, were pigeons, and were doves. So Jesus, they say the lamb was symbolizing the sacrifice of Jesus, but in Leviticus, the lamb that was brought in Leviticus, it says, I forget the verse number, but in Leviticus, the lamb that is brought is female. It is ordered to be female by God. By God, he says, if you bring a lamb as a sin offering, it shall be female and without blemish. So how are you going to say that this symbolizes the death of Jesus if it be a female lamb? So these things, you need to your denominations just stand on a pulpit and say, "Oh, we got the truth, we got the truth." And then you'll discriminate against people like the Gnostics for saying there's more to the story. And then you'll have these arbitrary mythologies on Lucifer. Lucifer, oh, he was God's highest angel and he was so good at music and he was a musical, like all those things. That's a mythology that you made. That's not true. That's Lucifer is only mentioned one time, and it's an analogy. It's an analogy to rebuke the king of whatever country it was. I think Babylon or whatever. Anyways, scary stuff, scary times. But what I'm trying to say is that denominations, in so multiple there's so many multiple denominations that it's like, how about some, what in what way can you not agree that no jot and tittle has fallen away? So, and even Paul, like, changing that up and saying, oh, if someone gives you pork to eat or an unclean meat, just eat it. And, oh, Sabbath days aren't important. Jesus said that no jot or tittle has fallen away, that those who keep those commandments are going to be the greatest in the kingdom of heaven. So, you know what I'm saying? That doesn't make sense. These denominations get too loose. They get loose and they don't remember how severe everything was back in the day. In the Old Testament, things were strict. You know what I'm saying? And I know people understand that, like Adventists. See, the intolerant Christ, not tolerating mistruths or half-truths or deceptions, but getting to the root of the matter, getting to the foundation of things. Of course, everyone has a different perspective, but there's also the truth of the matter.